Hey guys, what is up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review where today we're taking a look at another Carnage figure. Yep, I'm still on my Carnage hype train. I'm absolutely loving the character. I'm still reading the comics and they're so good. Having so much fun reading them. I love that Marvel Legends figure that we just recently looked at so much that I just needed to grab another one. So that other one is this Diamond Select Marvel Select Carnage, which has been out for a while, and I did think that it recently got re-released, and I do believe this is the re-release. However, I'm not actually 100% sure. Nonetheless, I'm so buzzing for it. It looks awesome. A lot of head sculpts, a lot of accessories. So yeah, let's get into this figure. Wait. Before we get into the video, have you seen the new Venom 2 trailer? I think it's the second trailer that they've released for Venom 2. And there's a lot more Carnage in the trailer, and I think it looks absolutely awesome. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know if you've seen it, what you think of Carnage in the trailer. And while you're down there, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for future videos on figures such as this guy. But now, yeah, let's get into the video. So here we have our Marvel Select Carnage in box, and it is the kind of classic Marvel Select box that we have seen time and time again. And although I do wish that these boxes were a bit smaller, it's decent enough for display, or is it? I mean, it's huge. I don't know how many of these you could display without just running out of room real fast, but I like the comic image we get here, and then we've got Carnage down the side. There's a massive box. I'm just trying to get it all in shot here, just using my phone as always. Special collector edition action figure. We get Marvel Select at the top. Another great image here. And we've got the back, nothing on this side. Display of the figure. But yeah, let's check out the back. Cool product images. You see everything you're kind of getting in the box there. Some other figures, Zombie, Magneto, Cable. Carnage down this side again. You've got all the mumbo jumbo at the bottom. And then a big read up. So if you want to read that, pause it now, although you're not really going to get the okay, let's just read it, alright. Cletus Cassidy was a serial killer serving a life sentence in Rikers Island prison, when he was assigned Eddie Brock as a cellmate. Brock, formerly the villain-turned vigilante known as Venom, was freed by his symbiotic alien partner, and in the chaos, the symbiote left behind its offspring. A new symbiote that bonded with Cassidy. The newly empowered Cassidy broke out and went on a killing spree, writing carnage on the wall at each crime scene, and it took the combined power of Spider-Man and Venom to defeat him. Teaming up with other metahumans, Carnage next tried to take over New York, and it took an even larger force to stop him, believing only in chaos and bloodshed. Carnage has escaped from every prison he has ever been placed in, and each time he has escaped there has been an incarnation of Spider-Man or Venom there to stop him. The 7-inch scale figure features multiple interchangeable parts for a variety of display options. Okay, that was a big read up, but I'm happy we get it. Pretty interesting, gives you some background to Carnage, but I'm pretty fed up with this box. Let's get this character out of the packaging. And here we have Cletus Cassidy out of the box. And as per usual with these Diamond Select boxes, we get hundreds of these bendy wires to undo and things. And they just do my nut in. I wish they did without them. The figure's not going anywhere, do you know what I mean? But nonetheless, it looks so good. We get so many accessories. So let's check them out first. We'll go for the head sculpt. So we get this pretty gnarly looking Carnage head sculpt here, and to be honest, it's not my cup of tea. It does look pretty good, it looks pretty scary. Yeah, it's not going to be the one I display on this figure. I think I will display it with Cletus Cassidy's head sculpt, because that's kind of the reason I got this figure, or pushed me to buy this figure anyway. I do love this head sculpt, the kind of classic comic Carnage look. It looks fantastic. Really nice detail sculpted in there, good paintwork. Just a really nice resemblance to Carnage. So yeah, love this one. And then we get all these symbiote pieces which we can look at and put on the figure. These bend all about and everything, but we'll have a look at them later. First of all, I want to look at these weapons here, which I really like. I mean, I say weapons, these are just part of the symbiote. that will slot into the figure, so we'll put some of them on as well. They look really nice. Once again, good detail in them. Nice paintwork as well. This one is my favourite. I love this one. Definitely going to shove this one on. But a big blade here. Looks cool. Let's take a look at Carnage himself, and then we can start slotting and interchanging things. Here we've got the Cletus, every video I'm going to say something wrong, the Cletus Cassidy head sculpt, and yeah, as I said, this is pretty much the reason I wanted to go for this figure. I am trying to get my hands on the Marvel Legends Carnage figure with the Cletus Cassidy head sculpt. It's super expensive, and yeah, I'm just keeping my eye out for it at the moment, and fingers crossed I'll get one for a good price eventually, and I'll make a video on them. But until now, I've got this guy, and the head sculpt looks pretty grim. I mean, he looks pretty evil if you ask me. A bit of a dodgy character there, but yeah, it looks good. I like how, I'm guessing this is sort of meant to be his hair, but it does mix in with the red symbiote as well. I do like that, in the way that the symbiote comes from under his chin. It looks pretty cool. Good paintwork once again. I like the sculpt. Yeah, he looks pretty mean. Rest of the body is so nice. Lots and lots of sculpted detail in there. Great paintwork on top. Looks absolutely fantastic. The articulation looks pretty good as well. We'll look at that later. This hand is pretty crazy. That's something we don't get. We don't just get a pair of normal hands. There's no, like, these are the normal hands with the big bits sticking out at the same time. I wish we did just kind of get some neutral hands rather than these massive claws, but it's not the worst. It is not the worst at all. Just this one's a bit over the top with those really long blades, but yeah, as I said, it's not the worst case scenario. Yeah, I'm loving this. It runs all the way through the back as well. I hope the camera is just picking up the beauty of this sculpt. I mean, it is really nice. Lots of texture throughout the figure. And I'm loving it. So let's switch Carnage up a bit. We'll go from normal out of the box to symbiote and weaponed hands. And here we have Carnage, and yeah, I don't really know where these go. I can't see any more holes in the body. There's definitely none on the legs. There's no more on the back, no more on the arms that I can see. These do sort of bend a bit, but they don't really stay in place. Yeah, I'm not really sure what these ones are for. I'll check out another video and see someone else has them displayed on there, because I don't really want them just sticking straight out the back. I feel like that would look weird, and I do like how these ones look on the arm and on the back here. This one's a bit too sticky out for me. I'm going to take this one off when I display them. I like this one coming over the shoulder, and this one on the arm. Of course, there are no specific points to slot these into. I guess it is just your own preference. But yeah, do not see any more holes or anything for the other ones. So that is pretty interesting. But I do like how they are there and could be used as a spare, of course. I don't know, maybe I'm being silly and there's an obvious place to put them, but I don't see them yet. Anyway, this blade is really cool on the hand there. Looks dead seamless. And yeah, I like how they slot in. Everything slots in nice, nice and snug. There's no loose areas or overly tight. All fits in really well. And yeah, I really like this Carnage head sculpt, especially on the body. It looks even better than it did loose. Looks awesome. Yeah, it looks awesome just like this now. I'm so happy with this figure. And here is the Diamond Select Carnage next to the Marvel Legends comic Carnage. And yeah, this guy's still an absolute beast. Looking at these guys side by side, I still love them both, but you can just really see the detail and sculpt in that Diamond Select. I keep on calling it Diamond Select, the Marvel Select. Oh man, it is absolutely beautiful. I love this guy. I'm so glad I picked him up. And here is our Marvel. Here is our Marvel Select Carnage next to our Marvel Legends Venom. Yeah, once again, he's towering over him. this Carnage is an absolute beast. It does make me want to grab a Marvel Select Venom figure to go along with this guy, and I probably will in the future at some point, but I can imagine it being the far future. Right now, I'm not a massive fan of the look of the Diamond Select Venoms that I've seen. However, I'm hoping that they will make a new one, maybe for the movie, fingers crossed, who knows. I will go back and have another look at them and see what I think, but I do definitely prefer the look of the Marvel Legends Venoms over the Marvel Selects. Here is our Marvel Select Carnage next to the Diamond Select Crow figure that we did recently. I mean, I say recently, it might not even be that recent anymore. But we checked him out on the channel, so if you want to check that video out, guys, feel free to hop on over to the channel page. Both made by the same company, both in this 7-inch scale, but we see how tall Carnage is compared to this average 7-inch scale Crow figure. And just for a bit of fun, I grabbed this NECA Kick-Ass figure, which I have out on display, because I also believe he's meant to be 7-inch scale, this NECA line, if I am remembering correctly. And once again, Carnage is just towering over him. So yeah, this Carnage is massive, and if I get the measuring tape, I'm going to guess he's about 8 inches tall. Yeah, maybe even a bit taller, let's see. Yeah, he's standing about 8.5 inches. A massive figure. And I just knocked him over. Let's just quickly run over the articulation on him. Carnage can look about that far up. He's already looking about the furthest up. Down, left and right. He is on a kind of ball hinge thing, so you can get it to tilt around as well. The arms, I'll do this arm because this has another bit of articulation. It's not going to go too far up. Get it right into the body. Just a single jointed elbow here, and you do have a wrist hinge on this one as opposed to the bladed weapon swappable hands. You can also move it back and forwards on this hinge here, and no articulation in the fingers or anything. You've got this diaphragm joint. Can you move it at the waist? I think you can. Yeah, there we go. You can also kick the foot forward pretty far, decent way back. He's got a thigh cut. He's also got double jointed knees, so you can get that foot that far back. He does have a hinge here, so you've got ankle pivot, and you can move the feet backwards and forwards as well. So very decent articulation, especially for the size of this figure. And there we have it for this Marvel Select Carnage figure, and I'm so happy with this guy. I've not had fun with a figure for ages like I've had fun with this guy. All the interchangeable parts and all the wee symbiote pieces you can add on. I've had so much fun swapping them about, posing them. He's an absolute beast. The size of him, he's definitely not going to scale with any of my Marvel Legends figures. But that is not a downside. It just means I might have to get a few more Marvel Select, I suppose. But I did really just want another Carnage figure, and this has really delivered. I think he looks awesome. He looks gnarly. He looks evil. He looks menacing. The detail on him and the paint, the accessories, it has really made this figure rank high, especially even though I had already high expectations. This figure's definitely met them. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Have you got this figure? Are you thinking of getting him? What do you compare him to in terms of the Marvel Legends Carnage figures? Let me know, guys. And while you're down there, if you want to do me a massive favour and hit that like button and hit subscribe for future videos on figures such as Carnage right here. I'll also leave the link to my Instagram down in the description, where I'm sure I'll have plenty of photos of this figure up there because he is so fun to pose around. So yeah, hopefully post some pictures up on there soon. But with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.